Welcome to my channel. I'm Larry Olson, and I'm an expert in the field of performance-driven neurology, which is simply a blending of psychology, cognitive psychology that is, and neuroscience. And you know what you find out when you connect those two? You find out why we do what we do in every area of our life, whether it's good for us or not. So you know what I'd like to share with you now? I'd like to share with you 3 brain hacks that'll absolutely change your life that are scientifically proven. And the first one I know will resonate with all of you, but I want you to ask yourself, just how well am I doing on this? And it's called a good night's sleep. Now, what is a good night's sleep? That may mean something different to everybody. It's when you're able to recharge. It's when you're able to rid the toxins and all of the chemicals that have built up in the brain that need to be flushed out of the system. It also allows you to sort. It allows you to take the experiences you've had through the day and start to glean from those the learnings that you have. That's why it's so critical as you're going through the day, you're aware of this, so you don't repeat to yourself the things that you didn't want to have happen. Because now it's sorting and it's processing those, and since it doesn't know the difference between the fact that you're just talking to yourself or someone else is, the subconscious accepts it literally and then takes action on it. So a good night's sleep, I used to think, wow, 3-6 hours. I know people used to brag about it. Well, I got 3 hours of sleep last night. That's going to start to accumulate, and you're going to find yourself in a bit of a fog. You're going to find it difficult to be highly energized. You're going to find that your ability to focus is going to be dramatically affected. But if you stay in that state long enough, you're just going to slowly get comfortable with it and not realize the edge that you've lost. So what I'm talking about 7 to 9 hours of sleep. And those of you that go, oh, I've got too much to do, I can't find that kind of time. Take a look at what you're doing now with your time and see if it is as significant to your mental well-being as well as your physical health that you might be able to replace it with something that will truly be beneficial to you. And what's that? A good night's sleep. The second thing I'd like you to think about is, have you already made your mind up to what you want to accomplish tomorrow? And I would suggest that you do this just before you fall asleep at night. Not only does it prepare you to begin to allow your subconscious to figure out all of the things that are going to take place for you and what you're going to need to do when those opportunities present themselves. Why? Because you've already identified the outcomes that you want for that day. Here's a great insight that I think you'll find invaluable. The reason a lot of people don't get able to have that good night's sleep at night is because when they do think about what they want, they go right to the worst thing they could possibly do. And you know what that is? How. They try to figure out how they're going to do it. Don't do that. Your brain is going to handle that for itself. All you need to know is the outcome. It'll figure out how for you. And you've really got to have faith in it and recognize that this thing is not a fluke. This brain that we have is just absolutely amazing and just is waiting to act upon instruction. And then the third thing I'm going to want you to do is I'm going to want you, as you're imagining those things that you're going to do, ask yourself how they're going to make you feel. Do you know the more emotion you can add to what you're going to have happen the next day? And maybe it is you've got a paper that you're going to present, or you've got a speech that you're going to share, or you've got a new car that you're going to pick up, or whatever it may be. Here's what takes place. The more emotion that we imagine, the faster the change. Have you ever noticed that when you're really excited about something, it takes place? Have you ever noticed when you're yip yip yo, so what, who cares? It takes all the time in the world. So remember those 3 things. Get a good night's sleep. Decide the outcomes you want before you close your eyes, or at least upon awakening in the morning and before you start your day. And then thirdly, emotionalize what it feels like now that it's a new reality in your life. If you enjoyed what I shared and found it insightful, please give me a like. I'd love it if you subscribed and joined our community. And anything that you'd like to have me speak more on, or any comments that you want, please feel free to share those as well. Thanks, and have a most wonderful moment. Take care.